Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody, and happy Friday. Good morning and happy Friday. Good morning and happy Friday. Good morning and happy Friday. What kind of juicer do you use for celery juice? I think it's called a bevel or something. I don't know. I got the one Katie has. And honestly, it is, it's just a smaller juicer. I don't think it matters. I'm so excited. So many of you received your signed books. That makes me so happy. I hope that you love them. I really hope you love the books. You'll have to let me know if you love it. Oh, you finished it already? I know, it's a quick read. It's a quick read. Anyway, good morning. Allison, welcome. Welcome, Allison. We're so happy to have you. We are going to Nashville for a soccer tournament this weekend. So I'm hoping that the rain holds off, but we are going to Nashville. Hi, Tara. Tara, I've been thinking about you and your mom. Tara, please let me know how she's doing. Anyway, I really hope that everybody, hi, Paige. I really hope that everybody slept well and feels good this Friday, because it's Friday. All right. So anyway, I want to tell you guys, so I ended up in a conversation, and I want to tell you guys a little bit about what happens when you realize that the conversation you're in is testing you. What do I mean by testing you? Where you feel like you are no longer participating in the conversation from a cerebral place. You are participating in the conversation from an emotional place. Once you realize that you are no longer participating in the conversation from a cerebral place, you're now speaking solely from emotion, you need to understand that you are being tested in that moment. Not necessarily a bad test. Not all tests are bad. But you need to understand that you are being tested. So I'm in a conversation, right, where the conversation shifts to, now, guys, this coffee talk is about the principle of cerebral conversation versus emotional, not about the topic, the subject matter. So if you start fighting with me about the subject matter, you'll lose the whole point of the coffee talk. So just bear with me so I can get to the point, okay? So I'm in the middle of a conversation with somebody, and the conversation switches to the abortion laws in New York that are proposed. It's an amendment on an existing law, and it's not even law. It won't be voted on until November of 2020. Okay? So we start the conversation, and this person starts body slamming me with inaccurate facts. And it feels very much like a conversation you could be having with anybody who thinks they're right and about anything. Body slamming you with inaccuracies. Boom, 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 boom. And all I can think is, this person's not even going to let me talk. And so as the conversation becomes more engaged and more whatever, keep in mind, it's not a law yet, people. It's not a law. It's a proposed amendment. So don't get up in arms about it. It doesn't matter what the subject matter is. No. It doesn't matter what the subject matter is. I want to talk to you about the actual participation of a conversation where you know you're being tested. Could be a fight about your kids, could be a conversation about a new car, spending money, whatever. When you immediately feel like you cannot participate in a conversation from a cerebral place, meaning you can't separate your mind from your emotion, you are just you're being tested in a way that forces you, you feel like it's fight or flight, let me tell you what to do. As I was going through this conversation and realized I wasn't going to get a word in, if you've ever had a conversation with a narcissist, it feels a lot of times like this when they're accusing you of things you know you didn't do, and you start to actually wonder if you did it because you start to go crazy, right? Here's what you do. You say, you know what? I need to get my thoughts together so that we can have a proper conversation about this. And right now, I don't have my thoughts together. So let's put a pin in this and circle back, right? Okay. That typically does not work for them. They don't want you to get your thoughts together. Hold on, please. What can I do for you? Whatever it is better be so important it literally couldn't wait 5 minutes. It could? Okay. It couldn't? Okay. What is it? Really? Skadoots. Skadoots. No. Skadoots. You've done every single thing you need to do? Yes? Okay, then yes. We always feel anytime someone engages us in a conversation and our emotions take over, we feel like if we don't fight right then and there, we lose. The truth is, you can't win. When it becomes a fight of emotion, you can't win. You have to pause. You have to back out and realize, okay, I'm being tested. What am I being tested about? Right? You've got to pause and back out. Get your thoughts together. And if it's a conversation worth picking back up, you'll get your thoughts together and they'll pick it back up. 9 times out of 10, it is not even a conversation they want to pick back up. All they want to do is rile you up. 9 times out of 10, they're not trying to get anywhere with you. They're not trying to have a productive conversation with you. Because people who want to have real accord, people who want to have real dialogue, people who really want to talk to you, don't want to provoke you. They don't want you to come from a place of emotion. They don't want to yell at you to be yelling back and forth, right? They want to have real dialogue. So when you back out and say, okay, Diane says my pause button is broken. Fix it. Fix it. Fix your pause button. Because every single time that you allow somebody to throw you off kilter in a conversation, you lose. Nothing productive is happening. Nothing productive is happening. You look like this. Right? And they go, look, this is what he was saying to me. Look, she's crazy. You can't even have a conversation with her. Look, she's crazy. What is so important that my children can't wait 5 minutes? I've been sitting in here, by the way, for the last hour. No one said a word to me. Now that I'm doing coffee talk and nothing can wait. What is impending doom on your end?
Where did you put that field trip form?
I didn't touch it. It's in the black folder on the counter by the coffee machine.
Okay.
5 times in the conversation last night, he looked at my husband and went, look, she's crazy. How do you even deal with her? Look, she's crazy. You can't even talk to her. And every time he said, she's crazy, I went, are you kidding me? Stop calling me crazy. And then I realized the way that I was approaching the conversation was crazy. Not because of the way I was speaking, But because I was engaging in conversation with somebody who didn't really want to have dialogue, he simply wanted to rile me up. I failed my test. I failed. And I share this with you because I don't want you to fail. I failed. There was no, and every time he looked at Michael and was like, how do you deal with her? She's crazy. Michael literally, it was like, have you ever seen a turtle go into their shell as fast as they can? Michael was like, oh my God, please stop calling my wife crazy because she's going to kill you. Okay? So I finally said to him after 40 minutes, yeah, I got played, James. You ain't lying. After 40 minutes of me realizing, because I took the cerebral part of the conversation out and I started yelling about inaccuracies and fake news and like, you're not even speaking in fact, and you're calling it a law, and it's just a proposed amendment. It hasn't even been voted on, and only judges can interpret the law, not lawyers. And I realized after 40 minutes, oh my God, he doesn't really care about fact. He doesn't care about intelligent dialogue. He's trying to rile me up so that he can say, see, she's crazy. I failed the test. Again, doesn't matter what the conversation is. It doesn't matter. You could be talking about clocks. You could be talking about Bravo TV. You could be talking about parenting. It doesn't matter. Okay? My point is, when this happens to you, and it will happen to you, okay? Once you realize you're no longer coming from a cerebral place, the conversation is not productive, and they've pushed you into a place of emotion and defense. And how many people's mothers have done this? How many people's mothers have done this? Where your mother berates you and pushes you on the defense and you feel like you have to defend yourself and you're yelling and blah, blah, blah. And you realize your mom's not even trying. There's nothing productive even trying to go on here. It's a control thing. Once they've got you on the defense, they control you. So it was only when I realized I have failed this test. Holy shit, I have failed. Okay? This man wanted to go toe for toe, blow for blow, round for round, and I walked right into the ring, hook, line, and sinker. I lost, right? Once I realized that's what's happening, I simply said, you know what? I just realized I don't really have enough information about this proposed amendment or any other. I can't have a real conversation about this. So I'm just going to bow out and stop talking about it. And he was like, oh, now you're done? Now you don't want to talk about it? And I said, yes. And then I said, do you guys think it's going to rain in Nashville all weekend? Because we have to be there all weekend. And he was like, oh, now she's fully changing the subject. You see, because they don't like that. Now you've taken the wind out of their sails. You've taken the power away. When you pause and bow out, they're not controlling your emotions anymore, right? Once I changed the subject and no matter what he said, I wouldn't engage, I started to realize like, okay, here we are, Jamie, you failed. You failed your test. And this is how you can recoup. Y'all, but when I tell you that and Michael, when we got in the car, Michael was like, you just wasted 45 minutes of my life. You don't have to attend every fight you're invited to. And I was like, you are damn right. I failed that test. Holy shit. And Michael was like, I love you. I love your passion. You're so smart. And I love the way you stick up for people and you defend people and you want to be the voice at the table for other people who don't have a voice. But Jamie, that man was not looking for any honorable discourse. He was looking to shame you and call you crazy, and you let it happen. Yes, I did. Okay, I failed. No, I failed. I recovered in the very end, but I failed. Because Michael is right. I wasted 40 minutes of my life allowing somebody to make me chase their tail. And I chased his tail. And yes, at the very end, when I refused to engage no matter what he said, I think at one point he said something like, I can't even repeat it. If I even repeat it, I swear to you, the Coffee Talk community will start flipping tables in their house. I think at one point he said, you know, abortion makes sense if the baby's going to have autism or something. And I was like, I'm going to freak out. I'm freaking out. Like I literally, Michael was like, oh my God, 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 oh my God. And I was like, I'm going to rip your eyes out. Like it's not, and again, it could be any conversation. It could be any topic. Obviously, this feels political right now. It feels polarizing, but it could have been any topic. I failed. I allowed him to say things that he probably didn't even mean. He was just trying to piss me off. And I failed. And I said, I got to get on Coffee Talk and tell them that once you know you are here, I was like, I'm going to knock the shit out of this guy. I failed. I gave over all my energy. I failed in every way that you can fail.
All right, we're going.
All right, baby. I'll call you right after I get my car registered. Wait, Michael. Can you please take the dog? Baby, I can't get him in my trunk. Never mind.
I can take him and the kids can be late.
No, it's fine. I can do it. Anyway, my point is people like that want to manipulate and control your emotions. They want to provoke you for whatever reason in that moment. And I tend to be fun to provoke in the South because they like to call me, you know, a Yankee, a this, a that, and they a Hollywood this and a Hollywood that. And so a lot of times they get me. Anyway, as soon as you realize what's being done to you, as soon as you realize that you're being emotionally manipulated in a conversation, bow out, change the subject. No matter how many times they try to re-engage, keep talking about the weather. Keep talking about the weather. Keep talking about the weather. If they're going to call you crazy anyway, then you freaking go crazy about the weather. Is it going to rain in Nashville? Because I really think if it rains in Nashville the whole time we're there, this is going to suck. Look, she won't look. Now she's over it. Now she won't talk anymore. And we're going to have to drive 3 hours in the rain? That's going to suck. Oh, look, she won't even make eye contact with me now. Michael, do we have a plan B if it pours the whole time? The kids don't even have raincoats. Like, what are we going to do? Luckily, Michael caught on and was like, yeah, I don't want to, this rain is going to be bad. Let's pray it doesn't rain. And no matter what he said, I wouldn't engage. We got the bill. I said, it was so nice seeing you. So nice. Thank you for enjoying dinner with us. Good to see you. And then I got in the car and I said to Michael, don't say it. And Michael was like, why would you let him win like that? Why would you let him rile? I was like, just okay. I failed. Guys, I don't always pass every test, okay? I don't always pass every test. Sometimes I lose. Sometimes I fail. And then I sit with you and I tell the truth so that you guys can be better. That's it. It's not worth it. Remember this coffee talk. As soon as you realize that you are being emotionally controlled or manipulated in a conversation and the person you're with doesn't really want to have honest discourse, you need to shut the conversation down. Shut it down. Remember this, when it starts to happen to you, when it's your mother, your husband, your friend, somebody who sat down with you at dinner, whoever it is, go, oh my God, Jamie told me this would happen. I got to start talking about the weather. You become the damn weather girl. And on this coast, we have light rain. Mudda trucker. It's all right. I failed. It is what it is. But that's okay. Because I bounced back in the end. I bounced back. Mama say, mama sa, mama kusa. That's all I could tell you. Okay? All right. I love you guys so much. I got to get ready. I'm like, oh, Michael's in my corner, but Michael was pissed. Okay, Michael does not like to listen to me scream and shout and let it all out. We gotta scream and shout and let it out. He doesn't like that for 45 minutes. No, it makes him very uncomfortable. And then he tried to say one thing. I was like, I know you're not gonna try to say some shit right now. And he was like, I am not gonna try to say anything. No, Michael is a great partner, but like, he doesn't like when Jamie goes, off kilter. All right. I love you guys so much today. Yes. Sometimes you got to fail to remember the message, and sometimes you've got to fail to spread the message. I had to fail last night, and no, I will not be dining with him again, ever. All right. I love you guys so, so much. Have a great, great day.